What is up, investment family? My name is Forrest. I invest in stuff and you should too. Today, I am out of New York City. I am back in the Midwest in St. Louis hanging out with some friends and family. And today we're going to talk about our favorite EV stock, that is Tesla. All praise Elon. Glory be to the Musk. Let's get into it. So I actually want to try this new thing in my videos where I just quickly pop up the value of my account. So today I'm at $30,184 and some change. On the week I am up $1,880, and on the month I am up a little under $9,000, and most of that $9,000 gain is on those Nikola options. I have some Nikola videos, I'll link it right here above. But now let's jump into this video. And I just realized that I need to grab my notes for this video, so hold on. Let's take a seat here. Alrighty. So unless your head has been under a rock, you've probably noticed that Tesla has dropped today. Tesla's S&P 500 inclusion is supposed to be the event that sends the stock spiraling downward at the end of this year, and we actually did see a bit of that drop today. Everybody that's been a Tesla bag holder is basically thinking sell, 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 want to get out, and maybe that is you. Tesla has been on a crazy tear not just this month, but actually all of this year. This last Friday, Tesla closed at over $695. Now just remember that this is after their 5-for-1 forward split. If we think about this pre-split adjusted, basically if we multiply that by 5 again, their price pre-split would be over $3,400, which is absolutely crazy. Like, can we pause for a second? If you would have looked back a year ago and said, hey, Tesla's going to be $3,400 a year from now, which is essentially what it's done, people would have looked at you like you're absolutely crazy, but that is exactly what it has done. It has continued and continued to break every single notion of reasonable valuation that we all have as investors, right? But that's the way it is. Nobody can predict the future, and if I had been a little bit riskier and bought some call options, I actually remember looking at Tesla calls a year ago that were up in that gnarly range. I would have made a ton of money, but I didn't, and that is just investing. Hindsight is 20/20, right? And I may have missed that boat, but that doesn't mean that you need to miss the next one. And the best way that you can participate is by hitting the subscribe button on my channel. Go ahead and do it right now. Greatly appreciate it. Trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, and you could be the next one. Help a brother out. I will be the light at the end of your financial tunnel, the northernmost star on your financial journey, the mustard on your portfolio hot dog, if you will. Me. Let's go ahead and do it. Hit it. Sub right now. Appreciate it. So with Tesla right now sitting right under $700, there are really two big questions that we need to ask ourselves. One, despite the crazy growth, will there be more crazy growth, right? We all understand that they've been on a crazy tear and they continue to break our expectations, but is the buck gonna stop, right? Have we missed the boat? Is there finally gonna be some reconciliation along with this pullback that we've seen early in this week? And two, if there is a sell-off, right, we've already started to see this sell-off, how hard and how long will it go, right? We've seen it pull back, around $40, $50 here just in today, but we're still over in the sixes. If you recall, post-split, Tesla hitting over 5 was a big deal again, and it easily broke through that barrier, over $500. Now we're into the 600s. It's pulled back a little bit, but are we going to dip back into the 5s, right? And if you're in, let's just say that your average buy-in is in the 5s, and you've made, 20% because it went up into the 6s, that's crazy gains. You bought in at, at that time an all-time high, and you're still making out like a bandit. The question is, how long is this game going to continue? Now, everything that I'm about to say is just my opinion. Of course, do not take this as financial advice. This is just one person's educated guess, and everything I'm about to say is what I'm doing, mine alone. Make your own choices, do your own research. That being said, let's go ahead and take a look at Tesla's 1-year graph. So I'm now recording my screen, and just as a quick little FYI here, my current account value is at $29,000. Well, we just crept over $30,000, $30,000.07. I actually did just dump $2,000 more dollars into there today to pick up 100 or so shares of Nano Dimensions. It has dropped a little bit, so I lost a little bit on that. I've been doing some research on that. Missed some initial upswing there, but that's okay. I'll shoot a video on Nano Dimensions later. Right now, we are keenly focused on Tesla. I own 13.57 shares, which gives me a market value of $8,500 and some change, right? But like I said, we want to look at their 1-year graph. So if we go back to a year, the current share price is $633. and go ahead and put my finger on the chart here. Go back, their share price is at $82 a year ago, right? $82. They're up hundreds and hundreds of percent. I'm not even gonna do the calculation. Just understand that this has been an insane year, and this is during a global crisis, right? With everything that's happened in the year, Tesla has continued to beat expectations, continue to revolutionize the auto industry in honestly an amazing way, right? So anybody who is bullish on Tesla long term at this point, I think you're just not intelligent. There are analysts out there saying that they're still just not bought in, and I'll certainly say that they're overvalued for sure. But I think the fundamentals of the market have changed, and that we should change the way that we think about evaluating companies, especially companies like Tesla that are on a revolutionary tear and whose future profits are obviously being taken into their current day valuation much further out than they ever have been before due to our super low interest rate environment, right? These are all things that we have to keep in mind when we look at a company like Tesla, right? So going back to that first question of, despite this crazy tear, will it continue? Will we continue to see this exceptional growth out into the future? I think the answer is yes. I think that even though it makes no freaking sense, right, that due to this ultra low interest rate environment and due to Tesla having such a huge competitive advantage in terms of vertical integration, the integration between their hardware and software, the integration of years and years of having this data set of automated driving that other companies don't have, right? Being able to put sensors on a car is one thing, but having years and years of learning from a fleet of vehicles being on the road, unless they buy that from somewhere, Tesla has that, right? They just can't beat Tesla at that today. Will they catch up? Certainly, but I think Tesla is well and far ahead, and we're going to see a big shakeup in the automotive industry in a way that we haven't seen before, because we have essentially a tech company that is producing cars, and we're typically automotive. The way that I see a lot of kind of the old school automotive manufacturers acting is they're really squeezing dollars, trying to cater to the average consumer and produce a product that is just marginally better, right? Just barely better than last year's, and that's basically what they're doing because they assume that they can just do that and nothing's going to change. And Tesla is really proving that, when you do that, you're leaving the door open for competition, and they've done a really good job at selling that story. So that is that point. Don't want to beat that dead horse. The simple answer is yes. I personally, again, this not financial advice, just my opinion, I personally think that this crazy tear will continue. I think that there is going to be a near-term pullback. I think it might actually dip under 6, and then I think we'll actually see another huge upswing on the next big piece of news or innovation that they release. Part of that, why I think that though, is because Tesla doesn't just sell cars, right? They have multiple businesses, they sell their own insurance, and there are all these other different revenue streams and ways that they're going to generate dollars out of this entity that is creating electric vehicles that other automotive manufacturers and even EV companies just aren't doing today. So then, answering question number 2, definitively, do I think that there is going to be a large sell-off of people taking profits? Yeah, obviously I just talked about this a little bit. There has been a sell-off. I think that people are going to take profits, especially people who are in at a much lower basis, right? So if you've already 4x'd your money, it might just be wise to go ahead and get out. Like, sure you can make more money tomorrow, but why not just make some money today, reinvest it? It really is up to the individual. There is no best advice. Even if Tesla goes to $800 tomorrow, you can't be mad if you 5x your money and you get out today. You just can't. It's just a really smart thing to do, to really secure and prudent thing to do as an investor. You can diversify. You can come back in Tesla at the pullback, right? But it's never a bad day to take profits, and you can't let FOMO, rule your emotions, right? I don't think that Tesla is going to pull back and then continue to pull back and then dip under to the 4s for too long. I might be wrong. That's just my opinion. I think that they have continued to beat our expectations, and I think that, with my understanding of, my background is in software engineering, right? And I've worked on many types of different systems, types of integrations, etc. They have an advantage in ways that people don't even understand. And Elon actually hints on this a lot, of just about the power of, you know, building the machine that builds the machines, right? Well, there's software that baked into that as well, right? Very complicated software. It's not just having a machine, but creating these processes and these algorithms, just internal ones as well. We think of the algorithms for them to be able to have automatic driving, but there are all these internal models and etc. that is being built for them to make this awesome company, and they're doing that because they don't have all of these baked in predisposed notions of how things should be done, because Elon Musk just basically doesn't walk like that. He's like, hey, I'm Elon, I'm a big dog, I'm badass, we're gonna do things the best way across the board, 100%. And that's just not something that is easy to convey to the layman, right? You could have two cars, all right, different software, one is gonna run better than the others. Exact same hardware, same sensors, same everything, but the one with the better data science team, engineering team that can, you know, put it into reality on software level is gonna perform better than the other one, and that's not something that people can see, right? You literally can't see it. You can observe it through tests of driving the vehicle, but it's not something that you can see. So that is that for this video. Usually don't shoot a video with a pick on my hair, and I'm usually wearing a suit, but I'm not at home, and this is what I'm like, and this is my channel. So hope you enjoyed it. If you like this content, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button. But until next time, Force Night out, and see you in the next one.